All right, man, we're rolling. What's up, guys? Kalen here with Modern Day Sniper, and I'm coming at you today with an announcement. We have a new space open to everybody inside the Modern Day Rifleman Network, and that is our gear locker space. If there's any question that we get all the time, I mean, all the time, emails, text messages, Instagram, inside the Modern Day Rifleman Network, everybody wants to know what kind of gear should I buy? And everybody loves gear. I get it. I love gear. I like tinkering with things. I like to figure out what works best for me to help me solve more problems more efficiently with a precision rifle. So we built the gear locker space for you guys. So that way you have one place to go to get all of the answers that you need for all of your gear questions. Now, on top of that, all of the links inside the gear locker page go directly to our affiliates. And so that means when you buy from our affiliates, you're helping them out, which then in turn helps out the rest of the community because us as the end user, we're the ones who ultimately benefit from all of this research and development that these companies put into with development of their products. We've got this broken down very similar to our Circle of Components Masterclass. And if you haven't checked that out yet and you want to deep dive into what all of these subjects and topics and little tidbits are inside the gear locker space, cruise over, check out the Circle of Components Masterclass. It's the ultimate deep dive into everything that goes into your precision rifle and understanding how it works. So we've got this kicked off with the rifle. We're going to start off talking about the rifle because that's pretty much what everybody is looking for. And the rifle is going to consider to be the action or the receiver. It's going to be the barrel, the trigger, and the stock. Okay, so inside here we have Accuracy International because I feel as though that the Accuracy International platform is the rifle of rifles. And that's pretty much what I am shooting solely these days. And we have an entire page for that in there. So custom DIY builds. For those of you guys who want to put your own rifle together, we've got a space in here that you can go through the list and say, check, 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 got it, got it, got it. Then, if you're the type of individual that's just now getting into the sport and you're not super confident in your ability to put all of these components together, that's cool. We've got a section in here for factory / off the shelf rifles, and we go from rack grade all the way into the semi customs. Everybody needs bipods, so there's a space in here for bipods. And muzzle devices. There's a space in here for muzzle devices because you might not know whether you want a muzzle brake or if you want a suppressor. Certainly, we have a space in here for optics. And as we go through our optics, we're going to talk a little bit about some points that you want to consider with optics. It's not necessarily a buyer's guide, but there's some things that we want you to be aware of before you jump in here. So we're going to talk about rifle scopes. We're going to give you a list of all of our recommended products for rifle scopes, how to mount your rifle scope and the right product to choose for that, as well as observation devices, because rifle scopes are just one component. You need an observation device so that way you can read wind distance, perhaps measure ranges to targets, and spot impacts for your buddy or yourself if you're using some sort of recording device at the back of the spotting scope. And next, we have optics accessories, and this is mainly centered around levels for your rifle scope, so that way we can ensure that the level line between our line of sight as well as our line of bore remains perfectly plumb, so that way we don't have any lateral deflection value from the effects of cant. And last but certainly not least, in the gear locker space, we have our shooter support gear. And shooter support gear is going to be things like shooting bags, tools, tripods, and anything else that's going to enhance your ability to solve problems with your precision rifle. So our tools, we have chronographs, we have traveling tools such as fix-it sticks kits, and some different things that you might want to have in your kit to help you level out a scope if you need to, based upon, hey man, I had a little emergency, my gear got knocked around a little bit, and I want to make sure that everything's good to go. Okay, next up, shooting bags. I don't think it's a secret. Myself, I prefer the Armageddon Gear Game Changer bag, but you guys can make your own assertion based upon your needs, and we have a bunch of links in here to different products. Tripods and heads. Everybody's got a tripod nowadays, and with tripods, you absolutely get what you pay for. So be careful. Read through this tripod section if you're in the market for a tripod, so that way you're educated. And also know that we have a really comprehensive tripod shooting masterclass that's going to cover every single need that you possibly could ever want when it came to tripod shooting. And you can check that out at moderndaysniper.com or moderndayRifleman.com. And last but certainly not least, with regard to the shooter support gear, it's going to be long range data management. How are you actually taking the data that you have and then retrieving it, interpreting it, and then applying it to your precision rifle so that way you can hit those targets out at distance, as well as make good, accurate wind adjustments. So that rounds out our gear locker space. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is something that we're super pumped about because, like I said before, you guys purchasing from these companies is directly contributing to their ability to continue to advance product development so that we as the end user can have the best possible gear out there. It's no secret, guys. We are truly in the golden age and at the pinnacle of the state of the art when it comes to precision shooting and long range shooting. So make sure you enjoy it and check out all of that equipment in there. If you have any needs, we'll talk to you next time.